Well, hey there, middle school families and students. Mr. Tallman here. I wanted to take a little bit of time here to share with you the expectations for service hours, which will look a little bit different than they have in the past. But don't worry, I know you're up to the challenge. Before we dive into the details, though, perhaps a little perspective. A quote from Pope Francis from Palm Sunday this past year. So behind me on the website, so I'm going to read it to you here. Pope Francis said, "I would like to say this especially to young people. Dear friends, look at real heroes, which in these days come to light. They are not those who have fame, money, and success, but those who give themselves to serve others. Feel called to put your life on the line. Do not be afraid to spend it for God and for others. You will earn it. Because life is a gift that is received by giving oneself, and because the greatest joy is to say yes to love without if and without but. So say yes to love, without if and without but, as Jesus did for us." It's using the context of Pope Francis's little quote here from Palm Sunday that I think gives us some really great perspective as we dive into service hours. Like many things this year, there are going to be changes, of course. But the important thing is for us not to lose sight of the things that are really, really important to us, the things that distinctly make us Christian, that make us Catholic. And one of those things is our call to serve others. And so this year, we will be continuing with service hours. It's just going to look a little different, but the end result is going to be the same. We're going to go out to serve and to assist those who need it the most. I've created a website for you to check out. The website outlines all the expectations. There's no time expectation this year, though. I'm not going to do the, sixth grade has to acquire 3 hours and, seventh grade has to have 6 hours and eighth grade has to have 9 hours. We're not going to do any of that stuff this year. I am bound by the standards and benchmarks of the diocese, so I do need to see you doing these things. And that's going to be our focus. The focus is just simply going to be the essence of what service is, to help those who need help. And that's going to take a ton of different shapes, and it's going to look different for everybody. And it means some of us are going to be willing, able, open to going out and doing something, while others aren't. And that's okay. But in our hearts, we're called to serve. So how are we going to do it in this time and in this place, and with the different challenges that we have with COVID? So I've created the website. And as you view this website, you're going to see all kinds of different things. You're going to see an explanation of what the standards and benchmarks actually call for, which is I need to be able to, communicate to parents and to families and to our diocese that my students understand what it means to lead with a servant's heart. Secondly, you're going to see a bunch of suggestions that I came up with in regards to kind of what you could do in a COVID society where we have to be careful about different mitigation expectations. And then lastly, you're going to see a place for you to enter and to submit your service hours, okay? And we'll go over this in class too, and parents, I encourage you to click on the links or have your kids show you from their Google Classroom links what this site looks like. Go through it together. Again, I just need to be able to articulate that you have mastered this particular benchmark. So I'm just looking for this form to be submitted. But I think there's some really awesome opportunities for us in our homes to sit down and really talk about what is service and how can we really continue to lead with servant hearts even in the midst of a pandemic. And quite frankly, there's no shortage of need out there, is there? So there's plenty of opportunities. I'm going to help you through it. Families are going to help each other through it. And what a cool way for us to bring Christ out into the world, to show him just how beautiful our faith is and how awesome it is to respond to this call to serve others. All right, if you have any questions, shoot me an email or let me know. I'm certainly here to help you out. But God bless you all and have an awesome day.